Hi, I'm Chris Ketke, and today we are going to make a grilled Caesar salad. Now, not a lot of people think about grilling lettuce, but things like romaine lettuce grill beautifully because it's kind of a little bit of a harder lettuce. But before I get to the lettuce and putting it on the grill, we're going to make a little Caesar dressing. If you want to buy the Caesar dressing at the store, no problem, but this one is really good. So to make it, take some fresh lemon juice. I'm going to pour it into the bowl, along with a little bit of mustard, not too much. This is just Dijon mustard. And a sprinkle or two of Worcestershire sauce. Now, into every Caesar dressing, one of the critical ingredients is anchovies. And a lot of people go, oh, I don't like anchovies. But if you leave the anchovies out, it really doesn't taste like Caesar dressing. So those are minced up anchovy fillets, minced up raw garlic. I'm going to whisk those together, and then I'm going to take some extra virgin olive oil. I'm just going to pour it slowly into that mixture. And at the same time as I'm pouring it in, almost dribbling it in, I'm whisking relatively quickly, because what I want to have happen is I want those ingredients to emulsify together, to mix together. Now, as that sauce starts to emulsify a little bit more, you can add the oil a little bit faster, and you can see it getting thicker, which is just perfect. There it is. And one more ingredient that we need to mix in, and that is some freshly grated Parmesan. We'll put that all into our sauce, whisk it together, and there you have it, your own homemade Caesar dressing. Now, back to our lettuce. So we're going to start with the centers or the hearts of two romaine lettuces. And what I'm going to do is trim off the end, but just a tiny bit off of the end, because we want that lettuce to stay together. If you were to chop it a little bit further up here, everything would just fall apart. Bad idea. So here we go then. I'm going to take the knife and just slice right down the middle of the romaine, like so. I'm going to go ahead and do the other one also. Slice down the middle. Great. All right, there we go. What I'm going to do then is season these. A little bit of salt and pepper. This is one of my favorite grilling recipes, because every time I make this, somebody says, you can't grill lettuce. And I say, of course you can. And it's really good. All right, salt and pepper. Then I'm going to take some olive oil and just brush it on both sides of the romaine. Flip them over. And the olive oil is going to sort of keep it from sticking, and at the same time, it's going to add a little bit of flavor to the romaine. Now, I also have 4 pieces of French bread over here. What I'm going to do with these, same thing. I'm just going to brush them with some olive oil. You want to do both sides of the bread. You don't have to put a ton, just a little bit, just to sort of coat the surface. Let's do the other side here. And then everything goes onto the grill. Now, this is where the Sabre grill is for me just an amazing thing, because it is, you can get the heat so high. Again, you can choose to have it lower, but if you really want high heat, this is perfect. Just going to go ahead and put the lettuce on the grill. At the same time, I'm going to take our pieces of bread and turn them into croutons. So same thing, I'm going to just toast the bread. At this point, you really want to watch it, because the lettuces, look at that, you can see already it's starting to char. They go very, very fast. The idea isn't to cook these until they completely wilt down. You just want them a little charred on the outside, but still crunchy. The lettuce really doesn't take very long. That was on the grill for just about a minute, literally. You know, maybe a minute on each side, but not much more than that. And you can see they're steaming, they're hot, but when I picked them up, it wasn't like they were just completely falling apart. They still have lots of rigidity, which is exactly what you want. Now, when this comes off the grill, there's one little detail we have to take care of. I'm going to take a clove of garlic, slice it, and I'm just going to rub the garlic, the surface, like the cut part of the garlic, I'm going to rub it on these pieces of hot toast. And what that's doing is the toast now is acting like a grater, and it's just grating off a little bit of the garlic onto the toast, and that's going to give it a pungency that we want. And then to serve the salad, this is all you do. You take a beautiful plate and you just put a nice piece of lettuce on top of it, like so. And then I'm going to take that piece of bread and just sort of break it up. This is a really rustic kind of dish here. I'm just going to break up the bread around the romaine. Then I'm going to take some hard-boiled eggs that I've chopped up and sprinkle them across that grilled romaine. Then it's time to put on our salad dressing, that dressing we made up a little earlier. You don't want to put a ton on, just kind of drizzle it over the top of that romaine. And if you want to jazz it up one more step, you can always take that piece of Parmesan and just make a few little ribbons with the Parmesan using a vegetable peeler. And there you have it. And that is really a very unique salad because there's not a lot of people who will serve you a grilled salad. For this recipe and for more tips on barbecuing, go to betterbarbecueblog.com.